Hello and welcome to our webinar for Travina. My name is Sarah and I am going to be your host for today. And today our goal is to really show you and introduce you to Travina, but also introduce you, more importantly, to a whole entire new revenue stream that you are already not familiar with. So we are going to dive right in. I first do want to say that this is being recorded. And so that is Lee, you got it recorded, right? Okay. My name is Sarah. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Sarah Hollander. I am one of the co-founders of Travina. And I also have my partner who I was just speaking to you over here, Lee Scott. She is running the IT over here. And just do a quick introduction. I am part of the travel industry. I've been part of the travel industry for over 5 years, and Lee has been in the travel industry as well, more on the IT side, working with Delta Airlines. And so today, during this webinar, we are going to introduce you to Travina, which is a platform that connects travel advisors with high quality vacation rentals for their clients. So let's move on and dig right in here. So why is that important? Why do we want to connect travel advisors with home rental properties? And really the big thing is right here. This is $100 billion industry in the United States. So travel advisors every year are booking $100 billion in US travel. And they keep asking for vacation rentals. Like I said, I am in the travel industry, and after COVID, as I'm assuming a lot of you guys saw the increase, or maybe you got into vacation rentals after COVID because they were in such high demand. People wanted to vacation together. They wanted to, not do hotels. And the hard part for the travel advisor industry is that the travel industry has not kept up. They have not really come up with a great way for travel advisors to book those vacation rentals, which we will get into a little bit about here in a bit. I first wanted to back up and talk a little bit about what is a travel advisor. Some of you may know what travel advisors are. Some of you may have worked with travel advisors, but I wanted to give you just a background on what exactly they do. And I also wanted to tell you about kind of what they're not anymore. So they used to be more of a agent, meaning somebody called, they booked a ticket. They really weren't there advising the client and really booking and diving into what the client wanted. Now, over the last 10 years, travel has moved from having travel agents to having travel advisors. And these advisors are working with clients, they are planning their trips, they are coming up with the ideas, they're finding out what type of trip the client wants, doing all the research and putting everything together for them. And then once they book this trip for them, they are there to support them through the whole entire journey from start to finish. And so who do these travel advisors serve? They are really serving high value travelers. And what exactly does that mean? That means that these travelers are typically people who travel frequently. So they travel often. They're taking multiple trips a year, and they are usually at a higher dollar, the higher ticket value. Um, these travel advisors usually charge a fee for their clients to work with them. So these travelers are highly vetted because they are already committed financially to this trip. Now, travel advisors, how do they get paid? This kind of seems to be a big mystery for a lot of people about how they get paid. So travel advisors get paid in two different ways. First is they may charge an advising fee, and that advising fee is when a trip starts. This is what I was talking about when travelers have hire and bring on a travel agent. They bring them on. And from there, they also make money off commissions. And this has really been a pain point with vacation rental properties. And that is because the industry hasn't really found a way for travel advisors to make money on villa and vacation rentals. Hotels, this is already standard industry. It's already in place. Once an advisor books a hotel, hotels have money that they use, that they pay commissions to the advisors. And so that is very easy. And like I said, the bookings for the villa side, the industry hasn't really, up until now, really figured out how that will work. And so what does it mean for you for having a traveler that books your vacation rental that comes from an advisor rather than somebody who comes just from the general public or on a online booking engine. That means that these people are more prepared. They're preferred, they travel quite frequently. So they eliminate a lot of those questions that they might have. And I think most importantly, they are matched to the right home. So one of the jobs that the travel advisor does is making sure that that vacation that they've booked for their clients is the right vacation. That is their job. So I wanted to share this funny little thing with you. We recently put this out on our social media. That is Lee, who's behind the camera here. And we were just, a lot of times you get clients who kind of come up with these reviews where you're like, look at this first one, we didn't know it was a cabin and your listing is Cozy Mountain Cabin. And so some of these reviews and some of these things that you were dealing with on the property manager side will be eliminated, mostly because of the advisors who are there making sure that the people who are matched up with their vacation rental, really, that's exactly what they're looking for. So on the travel advising side, what has currently been the problem with booking vacation rentals? And it really is that travel advisors are looking for almost what they're looking for in a hotel. They're looking for accurate listings. They're looking for something that is professionally managed. They're not looking for someone who's just renting their home while they're taking their one summer vacation and they have no idea how to manage a home. They're looking for clear communication, and they're also looking, like we talked about before, for somebody who is paying commissions. Nobody wants to work for free. And traditional booking engines have not followed in line. They have not been able to check these boxes for travel advisors. And on the right-hand side here, you can see that that is me. That is just, again, another little funny meme about being a travel advisor, because I have been in this exact same situation where I've had clients, repeat clients who have come to me and I have searched for hours for the perfect vacation rental. And unfortunately, I maybe lost the client, or, I wasn't able to get a commission off of it. So there's a lot of issues with what is currently in the market right now for booking these trips. Oh, and I'm sorry, I jumped ahead there. We get back on track here. Okay, and the solution. So what is the solution? So as a travel advisor, Travina was really born out of the problems that I saw in my own business, trying to book vacation rentals for my clients. And I knew there had to be a better way. And so when I teamed up with Lee, we saw that there was an opportunity for travel advisors to match their clients with highly vetted properties that check those boxes, that pay commission, they're professionally managed, that their pictures look exactly how they're supposed to, and that travel advisors can trust when they send their clients to this vacation home that they're going to come back and have rave reviews. Now, on the flip side, for property managers, we knew that there was an opportunity for property managers to reach a whole new clientele. And this really was apparent when I was looking for a vacation rental for a family that I work with every year. And we were looking for something in North Carolina, and I ended up talking to a property manager who had a beautiful property, but he only listed on Airbnb. And we just got into this conversation about how he was extremely frustrated with Airbnb. The property's gorgeous. He had people that were coming in that were, quite frankly, not using his property properly. He was having to do a lot of repairs. And so he was quite frustrated. And so I started talking to him about what I was looking for, this family that I have been working with, and what they were looking to do on, in his property, which is a family reunion. And he had no idea that travel advisors were looking for the exact property that he had. And that's kind of when the light bulb went off. And that is when Travina was born. Now, our mission at Travina is we want to empower travel professionals to offer exceptional stays while giving property owners a new revenue stream. And we did this by producing Travina, which is not a booking engine. I'll get into this in a little bit later, but it brings together both sides in a very streamlined way where property managers get what they're looking for and travel advisors also get what they're looking for. So how does this whole thing work? So we put together this flow chart to show you exactly what the customer journey looks like. So advisors, if I've got advisors will come on, they've got a client that they're looking for. They are going to go on to Travina and they will start searching for their properties that match what their client looks for. Once they find a property that matches what they think their client is looking for, they can either book directly and they can book directly through your own personal booking link. So nothing changes on your side of how you receive a booking. But they may have questions. So if they do have questions, they will reach out directly to you to get those questions answered. And this is a big change in the travel industry because there are some sites that work with travel advisors. The problem is that there is a middleman, and sometimes that middleman could take a week and a half to get back to the travel agent because they're not talking directly to the people who are managing the property. So in this case, we are eliminating that middleman. So once the guest books, they are going to come and stay just as if, just as normal. Then once that guest leaves, you are going to pay a commission to the travel advisor, and we ask that that is paid within 45 days of when that traveler leaves the property. One thing I want to point out is we are in partnership with Hospitable. So if you use Hospitable, you know how completely easy Hospitable makes managing your properties. And if you have a Hospitable booking link, that is how most people are going to be booking your site right through that. So it makes it extremely easy for people to find you and to book with you. How the money works. So I wanted to give you guys an overview of this because this is really important when to just know how your business is running. So at Travina, we do not take a percentage of your bookings. We will never take a percentage of your bookings. What we do is we charge a flat monthly fee for you to be on our property, on our platform. And I will get into what those are, because they are extremely low fees for you. And then the other thing you pay is the advisor commission. The advisor commission is something that you set. It could be 5%, it could be 7%, it could be 10%. You can change it throughout the year, but that is something that you set and you have control on, and that gets passed on to the travel advisor only after their traveler stays. And then you have your booking fees, which of course that doesn't change. That is something that you pay no matter where you are booking. The one thing that really holds this together is the Travina pledge. And so for travel advisors, I'm not going to go into each individual thing here, but the travel advisors we make sure that these are actual professional travel advisors that are meeting these requirements. And then for property managers, we ask you to make sure that your photos are up to date, that you are going to pay within 45 days, and that you only cancel in an extreme circumstance. And this really, and this is monitored, and this is not only a pledge, but is monitored on our side, and really make sure that everybody can trust the process of Travina. And I wanted to point out some of our press that we recently have received. So we recently had an article written about us in Travel Weekly, which, if you don't know about Travel Weekly, it is one of the largest and most well-known travel publications in the United States and quite frankly across the world. And so we had an article come out about how we are launching this, and agents are extremely excited about this. They are looking to us because this is really the only fix that works for them, and they're excited to get on here and book for their clients. Now, the important part is our partner launch program. So we are bringing on a select number of properties that are going to be part of our partner launch program. They will have complimentary membership on our platform until the end of 2026. And you will also receive a founder's badge. Why this is important is because the longer that this website is available to travel advisors, they will know that you came on board first, that you are a leader on our platform, and that you have been on here and have been trusted by advisors from the beginning. And then you also will receive our white glove service at no additional cost. That means that we will onboard you, make sure that your booking links are there, upload your photos. Typically, that would be additional cost for properties, but if you're part of a partner launch program, we will make sure we do that for you. A couple important things to know is that these spots are very limited and that onboarding must be complete by August 1st. Pricing. I wanted to share our pricing with you just so you can see what in reality it looks like. Anybody who is part of the partner launch program, they will not need to, you do not need to commit to us beyond 2026. If you're on the platform and you realize this isn't for you for whatever reason, you are welcome to leave at any point. We think that you're going to see the extreme value that Travina delivers, and this is what the pricing will be like after that. So the next steps, what is the next steps? Now we are going to be launching in August. And if you are interested in being part of our launch partner program, we need to make sure that you are onboarded by August 1st. That is the deadline. So we want to make it very easy for you. You can email me here, sarah@travina.co, and you can even simply just say launch partner if you want, and I will respond back on your next steps. You can also visit us at travina.co, and you can view our launch partner program there, as well as review Travina in more detail. So that is Travina, a quick overview. I am really excited to work with some of you guys here. And if you guys have any questions at all, Lee and I are available at any point. Feel free to email us, and we look forward to working with you.